Hello friends. It's very easy to analyze a company which makes a product and sells it. But it is difficult to analyze a bank as it does not manufacture any product. A bank's main work is to take deposits from us and lend money to the borrowers like government, industry, individuals, companies, etc. Thus, the assets for the banks are its loans and advances as they only generate income for the banks. When a bank undertakes aggressive loan growth, it may sometimes overlook the credit risk undertaken and thus these loans may turn into NPAs in the future. An asset like loans and advances of the banks become an NPA when it stops generating any income for the bank. An NPA affects the bank's operational capability, business development capacity and bank's profit negatively. Non-performing assets are an outcome when the borrower intentionally defaults on the loan payment or is unable to repay the loan due to poor economic conditions in his business. In either case, for a bank, it means that the loan asset may not be fully recovered or may be only partly recovered. Non-recovery or partial recovery of loans has an impact on the bank's balance sheet and the income statement in the form of reduction in interest earned on loan assets or increase in provisioning of NPAs and lower profits. Increase in provisions impacts the bank's net interest margin growth and thus reduces the bank's overall credit facility and impacts its profits. Now, if interest or installment on the principal amount of loan becomes payable for more than 90 days, then such accounts are classified under NPA or non-performing assets. If it remains unpaid for more than 1 year, then they are classified as doubtful debts. And if it becomes overdue for more than 36 months, then they are termed as default accounts or loss assets. Thus, they are then completely written off from the bank's books and are realized under loss. Now, let us understand the formula for net NPA, which is gross NPA minus provisions, where gross NPA is the ratio of total gross NPA divided by the total advances or total loans given. Similarly, if we want to understand the net NPA ratio calculation, then it is calculated as net NPA divided by the total advances or loan given. Higher the net NPA ratio, higher will be the provisions, and thus there will be a stress in the bank's capital adequacy ratio. So let us understand today from StockEdge app that which banks under comparative analysis has a lesser NPA ratio. So today we will take 3 banks, which is HDFC Bank, Axis Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank, to understand that which of the banks are in all of these 3 have a lesser amount of NPAs. So first let us check out on Axis Bank. So when we check Axis Bank and go into the ratio section, under the efficiency ratios, we see the net NPA of Axis Bank, which is 3.40, and as we can see in the charts, it's growing. Earlier it was 2.11 and now it is 3.40. Next, let us check out on the HDFC Bank. So, the HDFC Bank under the efficiency ratios has a net NPA of 0.40, which is lesser than the Axis Bank. Next, we find out on the Kotak Bank. So, Kotak Bank's net NPA under the efficiency ratios is near around 0.98. So that means that the net NPA level of HDFC Bank among all these three banks is the lowest. So that means if we want to invest in any of the banks, then HDFC Bank can be a better bet. But this is just one ratio. So we can't only depend on one ratio and invest into a company. We have to take into account many ratios in the banking sector. So the ratios are your capital adequacy ratio, your CASA ratio, your net interest margin, your net NPAs. So all these ratios are strictly and exclusively for banking and the NBFC segment. So if you want to analyze any of the companies in the banking and the NBFC segment, then these are few of the ratios, and if they also suggest that HDFC Bank is a better bank, then what you can do is you can invest into that bank. So if you want to know more about this NPA, then what you can do is you can log on to blog.stockedge.com, where you have a detailed analysis about what NPAs are and how and what is the RBI policy for the same. So I hope you have learnt a lot about the NPO in this video. So if you have liked our video, please like, share and subscribe it, and do let us know what would you like to see from us in the near future, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that whenever we make a new video, it reaches you soon. Thank you.